I appreciate Joe's analysis of the way that video is moving, both from the campaign and how it's moving currently, and the trust of peer-to-peer networks. I think one of the things that I like to take out from the campaign was not just the peer-to-peer networks, just friends-to-friends sort of laterally, but organizational networks and other networks, family networks, kids that were able to send videos to their grandparents, churches, community groups, house meetings, all of these sort of spheres of interaction that are communities. And I think one of the things that the Obama campaign was really adept at was being able to speak to so many communities intentionally. And we produced video to speak, into those different communities, and produced videos specific to very specific venues of viewing, as like a house meeting, a large community meeting, online, on a website, via an email, and so on. So I think one of the things that I think one of the big lessons for me, and one of the things I like to emphasize a little bit, is that that video has changed the way that we communicate, and one of the things I like to think about is that it's not about large view counts as much as it is about high quality views. You can make a video with a view of 1,000 people, and those might be all of the field organizers in one state, and it's a video that makes them feel very emotionally involved with the campaign, or like it could come from the chief strategist or somebody, and it could give them a little bit of insight, a little bit of kind of insight into the strategy of the campaign, and would give them that much more involvement in the campaign, and that much more excitement, and that much more engagement, and convert all the metrics that the organization is trying to drive. And it's not about having it wouldn't be about having a will.i.am million-plus view count. It would be 1,000 that are like a game changer for an Iowa or something. So
yeah, Max brings up a good point. There's a couple of big points here. One is I think web video is niche video, that it's creating for an audience. It's not gigantic. I mean, unless even for NBC News. I mean, I think creating understanding your audience and programming it for it. I like to think that advertisers will pay on the value of that audience, not on the CPM level, but that's another discussion. But would anybody like to talk about programming to a niche, or if that, you guys, I don't know, Scott or Bill, you guys are, or Miguel?
Sure. So I'm Miguel Monteverde. I'm the VP and General Manager of DiscoveryNews.com, which is part of Discovery Communications, and I've been involved with the video strategy across all of our networks. And web video is a niche business. It's a volume business. You have to have lots and lots and lots of videos to generate the kinds of views that are meaningful to advertisers. If you're chasing hits in web video, you're never going to build a business around that. So we have the good fortune of frankly having a library of 100,000 hours of nonfiction programming that we've captured over the course of 20 years that we actually can repackage into bite-sized, topic-driven video segments and make available onto the web that will be discoverable via search and will appeal to the niche audiences that are looking for that content, whether it's about sharks or dinosaurs or weather phenomena, whatever it may be. As long as it's authentic and compelling, the production value doesn't even matter a great deal. And so I do think that that's really probably the thing that when you're thinking about video from a strategic standpoint that people probably don't focus enough on, which is that it really is a volume play, and you've got to have a strategy where you can have a lot of really cheaply created videos to generate the kind of audience that you will be able to make a business around.
Yeah, and Scott Havens, VP of Digital Strategy for The Atlantic, and I'll speak to my experience. I've only been there 6 months, but Portfolio, which I launched for Condé Nast prior to this, had the same issues that I'm having at The Atlantic, which is exactly what you're saying, Miguel. We're niche. We're not even breaking news. We're doing analysis or event footage, or we're doing magazine or editorial support videos, and the audience for that is just limited. So what we found is that we're just dismissing the volume play for us, and we're trying to package up programs that we can essentially get an advertiser behind. So, for example, we did a Q&A with Andrew Sullivan, who's a draw in and of himself, and 10 questions used, user-generated content to generate the questions from the audience, took it out to market, got Porsche to sponsor it. We did pretty well. We probably had 100,000 people view on the strength of Andrew's brand, but that's not a lot of views. But we were able to bundle that up, and that's the way we do it, bundle it up across both the magazine, the website inventory, and the video streams. And without that, it's not a real business for us. So.